A while ago I spoke with the BMW press fleet manager. I asked him for more cars in down-to-earth spec. 2-liter petrols and diesels, manual gearboxes, basic sat-nav, the stuff that real people actually buy. A few weeks later I was issued this. Thanks, Hubert.
While you're admiring this aubergine monstrosity, I'll explain why I don't fancy cars like the M3. First of all, you can't drive this on public roads. Well, I mean you can, but everyone is turning their heads, taking photos, filming with their dashcams, hoping that you're going to do something absolutely stupid. They are all thinking an average M3 driver is a brainless murderer. Secondly, assuming the driver is not a brainless murderer, there is nowhere to give this car the beans. You need at least a kilometer of closed straight road to get up to the kind of speed when M3 will no longer push you in your seat. Thirdly, when I told Hubert I'm going to drive this car on a track, I could hear his bowel movement over the phone.
What am I supposed to do? Hoon it around a supermarket parking lot?
A few years back I attended the M3 M4 launch event and I drove this car on the track and was driven as a passenger. I must admit, in the hands of a skilled driver, not myself obviously, this is a precise machine for setting quick lap times and eating up tires. This test car has an optional €7,300 M competition pack, which boosts power from 431 to 450. The car also gets special 20-inch alloys instead of 19-inch ones, stiffer suspension, sport exhaust.
Does the M3 with M competition pack feel wilder than an ordinary M3? In my opinion, yes it does, at least in everyday life. From the launch event, I remember the ordinary M3, M4 were very tame on the road. They came to life at higher speeds. Now with the M competition package, the car is aggressive even when everything is set to comfort.
How is an M3 different from, say, 340i? Cars developed by the M division usually have custom-designed sport differential, lightweight driveshaft, special exhaust, different engine, custom sport steering racks, all this to allow for high performance in track conditions.
I often hear BMW fanboys whinging that downsizing is killing cars, that 6 cylinders is not the same as 8. Well, duh, there are 2 less cylinders and 1 liter less. There are 2 turbochargers, the sound is different, but crucially, what downsizing does is make better use of available power and there is better fuel economy.
M3 has only a 60-liter tank. Only because although BMW promises combined fuel economy figure of 8.3 liters per 100 kilometers, realistically we're talking more like 11 without sporty driving. For this review, my combined fuel consumption includes also several laps on the track. Peak figure was around 13 liters per 100 kilometers, but later I got it down to 12. This is a real advantage of downsizing.
I suspect many M3s are driven mainly on the road. This is where the M competition pack makes the ride less comfortable than in a Porsche 718 Boxster. We're not talking Fiesta ST200 harshness, but you don't want to drive this car on anything less than perfectly even tarmac. Besides vibration, which you'll feel in your bottom, there are also sounds. On uneven roads, the whole interior creaks and squeaks. I'm sure BMW threw out a dozen or so kilograms of sound deadening from this car, and probably this is the reason for wind noise around the A-pillar above 120 kilometers per hour. But since we're playing weight reduction card, why do I need electric leather seats with holes in them?
I know sport cars sometimes get race harnesses, which need to go through special holes in the seats, but these are usually at arm level, not down by the kidneys. BMW explains these seats take inspiration from motorsport. Whatever, at least I can scratch my back through these holes or tickle my passenger, which is vaguely amusing.
Otherwise, M3 interior is pretty much like in the regular 3 Series. Okay, so you get some carbon trim bits here and there, some M badges, some red and blue stitching. For the automatic, the gear knob looks a bit different. So you stop the car, you turn the car off in D, and then it shows you P here on the display. And when you start the car, again, it shows you P, but the gear knob is in neutral position and you have to shift it into D to get moving.
There are also buttons to change suspension, engine, steering and gearbox settings, 81 combinations in total, plus traction control, plus head-up display style. You can assign 2 favorite combinations to M buttons on the steering wheel. The boot is the same. You get a repair kit, which probably won't help much. With these low-profile tires, you'll slash them with the rims before you even realize you have a flat.
BMW M3 prices start at €77,500. This test car with M competition pack, carbon ceramic brakes, 7-speed automatic gearbox, TV tuner. Who specs out these cars? Anyway, all this costs around €110,000 and it does not include the Twilight Purple custom paint job. I dig BMW M3 power, aggressiveness of the M competition pack, but I'd rather have something a bit less ostentatious. Could you perhaps make 330e Touring, please?
And how do you like BMW M3? Do you think it needs the competition package? Let me know in the comment section below, subscribe. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and of course share it with your friends. Join me for new episodes every Friday. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.